It's here. After weeks of waiting, it's finally here. The Hammond Collection Spinosaurus, and it's freaking huge. Like I knew that they said it was big. I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it is. So yeah, let's talk about this thing. And here it is in all of its glory. And first of all, I got to say that I really like the way that the box looks. I mean, they always look good, the Hammond Collection boxes. But there's just something about this one that it feels like they did extra. Also, look, I have a turntable. My wife found it for me. Shout out to my Dino wife. Well, call her the Dino, whatever. Anyway, the art looks really cool right here, and of course the figure looks amazing. This is huge, like I mentioned. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but it is freaking huge. And some cool things that they have written down here. In a pivotal moment on Isla Sorna, the Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex battle for domination, as Dr. Alan Grant and others are too close for comfort. The Spinosaurus definitively, wow, I read that wrong, definitively defeats the Tyrannosaurus Rex and takes the primary predator position, even securing top billing in the iconic movie logo, right there, Spinosaurus. In a pivotal, okay, yeah, that's so very cool. Some very cool like images of the figure right here as well. And yeah, let's just get this opened and let's take a look at it. Woo! And here it is. I love the way that this looks. The coloring and just the overall like shape of the model, the quality of the model, I think looks fantastic. I have to back it up a little bit just to get it in frame. This looks really good. Like, one of my biggest complaints about it, if you could even call it a complaint, it was just like a little nitpick, was the fact that it didn't really have any blue in the sail. But now that I'm actually looking at it, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see, there's small amounts of blue. Not quite the same pattern and not quite as noticeable as it would be in the movie model, but it is still present there. But yeah, as you can see, there's like a decent amount of articulation that you get from this fella. You can move the legs a little bit farther apart so that it can give itself more balance. These arms are able to move quite a bit. You can do all kinds of things, like if you want to hold them in the incorrect position, like how it is in the movie, you can do that, but you can also have it in the correct position, just like a real Spinosaurus would be. Of course, its mouth is able to open quite a bit with that tongue. That's an interesting way to say it. The quality of the sail, I think, looks great. And the tail, you're even able to move it however you so choose. It's a very nice figure, and I'm really happy with it. What's also like cool to note is that it's kind of like a little bit of a glass eye, which I think that's been true for Hammond Collection figures for a while now. The head's able to move by quite a bit. You get a lot of movement with the head. One thing that I've noticed is that you don't get any mobility in the torso, so it's kind of fixed right there, which I think is fine. I don't really like when the Spinosaurus's torso is kind of split in half, because then you'd have to split the sail in half, and it just kind of looks weird to me. So I'm completely fine with that not being present here. But I think everything else looks really good. I think that they really killed it with this one. I think it was certainly worth the wait. Like, I'm really happy with it. This is cool. This is really cool. Yeah, so obviously this Spinosaurus is not too accurate by today's standards. One of the biggest, differences being the length of its legs and its overall size. Its skull is not too accurate, which its skull wasn't accurate for the time either. This is more so like a baryonic skull rather than a Spinosaurus skull. But it's still incredibly iconic and easily like one of my favorite fictional Spinosaurus designs out there. And I am so incredibly happy with the way that this figure turned out. This looks absolutely amazing. And so yeah, the year of the Spinosaurus continues with another really awesome figure. I'm really happy with this one. It seems, and like what's crazy to me is that it's kind of like larger than the tail thrasher Spinosaurus, which is something I did not expect. But overall, very cool to see. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. That really does help out a lot. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have an awesome day.